Are you tired of the rat race in America? Are you ready to visit the motherland to relax and rejuvenate? Are you ready to explore all that Africa has to offer? Then check out the brand new Diversified Game Academy course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa. Are you worried about being able to afford the trip? We got you. We will show you how to travel either on a budget or as a baller. Learn how to stress the value of the USD. Did you know that 100 United States dollars is worth over 1,000 South African rand or 10,000 Kenyan shillings or 54,250 West African CFA? Are you worried about taking your kids? Get the game from Kellen Cash, a bona fide world traveler, having traveled to almost 20 countries, several of those in Africa. Get the game on taking your kids on their first trips. Learn how to find the best tickets, get the visas, and plan your own adventures in Africa. Don't let Eddie Murphy have all the fun. Plan your own coming to Africa trip starring you, produced by you, and featuring you. If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us this evening. November the 12th. That time is ticking extremely fast, ladies and gentlemen. Before you know it, y'all be sitting down at the dinner table with your family on Thanksgiving. And you know, in the Black community, we view Thanksgiving as just some days off, watch some football, and everything. You know, the Cowboys always playing on the football on Thanksgiving. And Cowboys not having too good of a year from what I see here, right? You know, it's always Dallas and Washington always playing on Thanksgiving. You imagine you was on those teams, every Thanksgiving you playing, especially if you're Dallas, you always got to play. You know, everybody else could chill. I was in the barbershop today, we was talking about that. So I think the NFL need to rotate that. Like, hey, okay, if Dallas played this year, I think Dallas need to take off probably a couple of years, right? And let some other teams start cycling in and play. I think Detroit is another one that always be playing on Thanksgiving, right? Detroit Lions. But, you know, shout out to everybody. Tonight we'll be talking about Vice President Kamala Harris and all of that. We, definitely had a few, I think Sister Vicky live stream today. And, of course, Sister Demetra, came through, and Renelle Way and the lady. Did one girl post something today? I don't know. And also we posted an interview with Brother Eric Coffey to tell you about government contracts. I'm going to look at what the response will be to that video because for a long time I was not posting content like that because a lot of you just wasn't watching it. And I won't post things that you won't watch. I'm sorry, I won't do that. So I'll look at that. Now, if you like that kind of content, getting certain information, I'll post more of it. Or we'll bring people in and do that, right? But it's always predicated on what you watch. Low viewership to no viewership, it's going to go away. High viewership, it'll stay. That's just the way the business works. All right. So, you said that. Yeah, Detroit and Dallas. Yeah, they always playing. They always playing on. But like I said, it's coming up. So make sure if you are in the Houston area and you want to get some desserts, whether some cupcakes, some cakes, some pies, that's going to be coming up too. Make sure you visit Sweet Extravagance in Missouri City, 9720 Highway 6, 1000F in Missouri City, Texas. Make sure you visit Sweet Extravagance so you can get you some cupcakes, cakes, pies, all of that, right? Even if it's not Thanksgiving, come on through the Sweet Extravagance. You can go ahead and get you some good cupcakes that's sold all the time. You can get wedding cakes, birthday cakes, gender reveal cakes. You can get the case where, you light it on fire and the image, go away and reveal something else. Whatever you like, you can get it at Sweet Extravagance, located at 9720 Highway 6, 1000F in Missouri City, Texas. Make sure when you come through, say Phil sent you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We got to talk about your girl. We got a couple of clips. We're going to talk about sitting it out. And a lot of people sat it out in this election. A lot of people, and even confirming a lot of people sat it out as well. We'll be talking about that. But before we get to any of that, ladies and gentlemen, 'cause I didn't do that this week so far, let me go ahead on and get your favorite mayor. Let me get her going for the week, and then let's go ahead on and start talking about your girl Kamala.
Hey guys, it's Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
What is that?
No comment. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
So this is what it's all about, guys. They don't want a black person in power. They don't want a woman in power. You ain't seen that yet. And someone so young. Everybody gotta understand, God give you what you can handle. That's what God give you. He ain't gonna give you more than that. As long as you can stay the course, fight the fight, and keep going, that's what we're gonna do here at Thornton Township.
Clerk, what are you doing? You out of order. You out of order. Did I call the roll? Did I say call the roll? I'm still speaking. You're out of order, Clerk Key. You out of order, Clerk Key. Like, stop. Y'all out of order. Everybody want to run stuff. Y'all don't run this house over here. Stop, please.
So now you have to listen in order to learn. Remove her.
That's what all the hate is all about. It's all about your super mayor became too powerful too quick. So rare, so unique, and that's what everybody got power. It's all about control. And I stand in the fight because I want the boys and girls of the next generation to see what it looks like to come out of controversy and to come out of all the hatred unscathed. At the end of the day, God gives the test to his strongest soldiers.
Throughout all the controversy, throughout all the drama, all the naysayers, all the haters, and I see some of y'all in the line. Let me flip the camera around so you can see them in the line. Whoop, there she go. Look, right there. Whoop, that part. But they'll tell you that. Then they get in a little hate group. But you in my line getting food, your kids out here bouncing in a bouncy house, you on the skate rink, all that. To actually stand in the fire while doing it. And guess what? Doing good and looking good too at the same time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your super mayor. Got to always play her every week. All right, let's go ahead and get started here with class. Make sure you're here to learn stuff. Democrat Shields, I know you're here. And I know y'all really, now the Democrat Shields going to be really taking notes because the Democrat Party right now is destroyed. It is literally broken in 1,000 pieces. They built everything they could up in Kamala. You brought out Obama. You brought out celebrities. You brought everything you could, and the country almost literally turned red. Even half of California turned red. That's the crazy part. Liberal California, right? So they just scurrying. They don't know what to do because they say, okay, can we fix this thing before the midterms in 2026? And they still going the wrong way, actually. They're not willing to change, and they will keep losing elections from midterms to presidential elections, et cetera, right? So now one of the first people that kind of sounded the alarm on Vice President Kamala Harris back in July of this year was sister girl, Representative Jasmine Crockett, the one that told Marjorie Taylor Greene, bad built butch body, Well, you see, Jasmine Crockett is actually a real black woman, and that's why she could, roast like that. Kamala can't roast. Kamala is awkward. She don't know the words to certain things in our culture. She's not a black woman. That's just bottom line. And that's okay. She don't have to be a black woman. I just didn't like the cosplaying. Don't cosplay. Just be who you are, right? You and Obama, y'all the same. I said that. They are fellow travelers. Well, before they put all this money behind this woman, let's go ahead on and listen to the first clip what Representative Jasmine Crockett has said, what they was talking about in the beginning. So the Democrats have nobody to blame but themselves, actually, for this loss. Let's cue up Jasmine Crockett real quick. We got several clips we need to go through tonight. Well, let's cue this up. All right, there she go. All right.
Not confident at all, because as it was laid out earlier, I do know that, behind closed doors, while I won't name names, that there were people that were absolutely like, it can't be the vice president. So in one breath, they were saying, the president needs to be out. In the next breath, they were also saying it can't be her. Vice President.
Okay. All right. So that was Jasmine Crockett, right? She was saying back in July that they wanted him out, but it can't be her. And hey, did you ever see Jasmine Crockett out there really stomping for her? Out of all the fanfare, I didn't see her out there really campaigning for Kamala. I didn't see it. Now, maybe y'all seen. I know she's, from Texas, I think the Dallas area and everything. She represented from the Dallas area. But I didn't see Jasmine Crockett because she already knew that this woman was going to lose. So Democrats, you have nobody to blame but yourself. You're pointing at everybody else. You're pointing at Latinos, black folks that voted for Trump, black folks that sat it out. You're pointing at this, that. No. You knew since July that this woman was not a good candidate. Let me tell you something. She was a loser from 2019. Let's go back there. She tried to run for president. She didn't even get no delegates. You remember she had got the big bus and all of that and all that. They were really trying to pull out the stops for Kamala, and she didn't last long. She had to drop out. So how do you take somebody that had to drop out, right? Didn't even make it to the Democrat nominee, had to drop out, and you gonna put her in that position? Everything this woman has, some man gave it to her. Look at her history. Willie Brown helped to get what he was going to get in California. Then the vice president, Joe Biden, had to put in that position. Not like she was a good person that earned it. No. She's been put in positions by other men her whole life. And when she's put on the front street to say, okay, show us how you can compete for something, she can't compete because she's been given things because, listen, a lot of men are just simps, okay? Men are simps. Not all men are, but a lot of men are. A lot of men are simps and tricks. Willie Brown was a simp and a trick, 2,000%. Because Willie Brown was really about, I'm not advocating what he did was right or nothing, but if Willie Brown wasn't a simp, he just kept her in her place. Hey, look, I do what I do with you. You're okay. If I paper you up here and there, but I'm not going to sit up here and bring you into what I got going on and can mess me up. No. So if you want to blame somebody, you better blame downtown Willie Brown for being a simp and a trick. That's really what it is. Now, Biden was pressured because he really didn't want her. From what they were saying, he really wanted Gretchen Whitmer. That's who he really wanted. The governor of, Michigan, right? Gretchen Whitmer. He really wanted her. But the Jim Clyburns and all the black folks, the Boulay was, pressuring Biden. Oh, you got to get a black woman. If you don't get a black woman, there's pressure in this man, right? Because he didn't want this woman. He really didn't. Now, if Joe Biden was actually stood on some business, he wouldn't have picked her. He could have, if you say, okay, I'm going to pick a black woman. This woman called you racist on stage. Why would you pick that one? You had Keisha Lance Bottoms. She's a black woman, a real one. You had Val Demings. She's a real black woman, right? They had, there's a couple other black women that was in the running. But that's the one he went and got, that one. So that's Joe Biden's own fault. Because nobody was saying just get her. It was a bunch of black women. Okay, cool. So y'all get all this money, $1 billion. $1 billion. And to you Boulay members that was so happy to raise this money for this cosplaying woman with her bathtub collard greens, you ought to feel ashamed of yourself. You helped give this woman this money, and y'all lost so bad. It wasn't like, ooh, it's down to the wire. Ooh, Trump barely won. It wasn't even that Trump barely won. I mean, this was just horrible, horrible. But let's cue up this second clip from Fox News talking about that $1 billion. Let's go.
Kamala Harris raked in $1 billion in campaign donations, and now it's all gone, evaporated, and she's in debt. But the question is how? Well, her campaign reportedly shelled out $1 million to Oprah Winfrey's Harpo Productions.
Let me stop right there. So if you think that they are lying, I'm going to show you the truth about this one thing right here. Boom, right here. Federal Election Commission. And as you can see on the screen, they have to report their campaign finance data, right? And so you can see when Oprah's out here lying and saying she wasn't given $1 million, I want you to read this and weep, ladies and gentlemen. Harris, the president, right there. Spender, recipient, because when campaigns get money, they have to document everything they spend with the Federal Election Commission, okay? No different than like any other business with the IRS. So she was paid on 10/15/2024, $500,000. And then if you open it up here, you'll see Harpo Productions, LA, California, $500,000 right here on the 15th. It's a description event production. It's a memo for reported on, let's see, Form 3P and line 23. So you can see that that's what happened, right? So when Oprah's out here saying that she didn't get no $1 million to do anything, then she's lying. Because we all know Harpo is her company, ladies and gentlemen. Harpo. Okay. All right. So we just want to just cue that up. All right. Let's get back to it.
Another $15 million for other event productions, and that included the star-studded Election Eve concerts across all 7 swing states that featured Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, John Legend, among others, and 6 figures to reportedly build the fake set for her interview on the Call Her Daddy podcast, a worthy investment. And it could have gone on for free. She could have gone on Joe Rogan for free. That's what Trump did. He got earned media. Millions more went to social media influencers, and one vendor used to recruit stars to the Harris campaign was given over $3.9 million, and none of it paid off.
The truth is, this is just an epic disaster. This is a $1 billion disaster. Jen O'Malley Dillon promised all of us that Harris would win. She even put videos out saying that Harris would win. I believed her. My donors believed her. And so they wrote massive checks. I feel like a lot of us were misled.
Okay. All right. We'll get to that next video. So that lady right there is one of the people that helped raise money with the DNC, Miss Lindy Lee. Miss Lindy Lee felt deceived, and it seems like Miss Lee is very upset. And I know why Miss Lee is upset. Miss Lee is upset because she put her name on the line. And because she put her name on the line, now everybody hollering at her that can mess up her credibility. And she may not be able to raise money no more like she used to because of how bad this was with Vice President Kamala Harris. So this is why so much information is coming out now about what really went down in that campaign. because people are upset. There's vendors that feel like they're not going to get paid. I mean, this woman was spending over $50 million on payroll. I think 56 million, somewhere around there, on payroll. Are you kidding me? That much on payroll? How much are you paying people? That is crazy. You spending all this money. It's reported that Beyonce got $10 million. They were saying that it was being reported that Megan Thee Stallion got $5 million to go perform. And I'm like, Megan Thee Stallion don't make $5 million at a single concert? I mean, you just giving this woman money? Beyonce spoke for 5 minutes and got, they say, reported $10 million. Then you talk about the interview. Because, see, Madam Vice President here, when people say, hey, well, come over here to do an interview. Oh, no, can you come over here where I'm at? So you spent $100,000 to recreate a set when they already had they set going on. You didn't have to go create no set to do an interview. Just set the cameras up, set the chairs up, put the mics on, get to interviewing. You don't need to be in no special anything to do an interview. Look, that was the dumb, like, I don't know what dummies that they put over the money, but bro, that was a complete finesse. I mean, so they need to investigate how they spent that money. I mean, come on, bro. Ain't no way. Every podcaster or any of us on social media know you do not need to be in no high-class studio to do an interview. We all know that. Because that's kind of what it is. The studios are nice. They are. But the people care more about the message than the beautiful studio, because the mainstream media got beautiful studios. They really do. But guess what they have right now? They have a big ratings problem. All the beautiful studios and advertising dollars, and they have it all. They can edit in real time. They can do everything that I can't do. But I can hold people's attention. They can't. People don't care about that. I don't have $100,000 anything in where I'm at right now. None of that. And I got just started the thing, and we got people slowly coming on in. Right? So you spend $100,000 recreating a studio for what? And then the biggest interview you could have did, you didn't go on. Joe Rogan told Kamala, hey, come on down to Austin and we'll do the thing with you, like Trump, right? He said, but I do my show for 3 hours. I want you here 3 hours. Kamala said, and that's why he said, no, I'm not doing it. Kamala said, well, could you come to us and then we do it for an hour? He said, no, I do a 3-hour show. You need to come over here. Trump went to Joe Rogan and did a 3-hour interview. J.D. Vance went to Joe Rogan, did a 3-hour interview. But the thing is, Kamala can't talk for 3 hours. She back can talk for 20 minutes. Let's call it what it is. Right? That's the main thing with her. She can't talk much. She don't have the gift of gab. Trump showed up at the NABJ. There's no way that if I'm running against an opponent and they show up at the NABJ and I'm like, nah, I'll do it later. Like that's another thing that didn't set too right with people. Then when you finally showed up, she was being a diva. In a lot of ways, she was being a diva. She wanted everybody to bend to her time and all of this. And yeah, Trump was showing up. And Trump was fighting cases on top of him showing up. So if Trump is showing up, he fighting cases, he getting attempts on his life, all this, and he's still showing up. But Miss Madam don't have none of that going on. And well, I'll get to you when I can. Really? You the one want to run for president, but you don't have time. What? And think about it. Everything that she was so-called doing, if you look back in the grand scheme of things, it was not important. None of it was important. None of it. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Tim Walz was a horrible pick, was an extremely horrible pick for her. She should have never picked that man, right? Never should have picked that man. See, let me tell you something. Democrats, you wouldn't have had there's two ways she could have solved her black man problem. It was two ways, okay? But y'all don't listen. But we got to talk about what you messed up at. Tim Walz, horrible pick. I'm just talking real. Kamala's going to have a problem, period, because of Doug. Doug he's not that cool white guy. He's not that guy. He's just Doug. He goofy looking. He's goofy and corny looking, right? Just straight up. He's goofy and corny. So a lot of brothers kind of know. Hold on a second. Give me a second, y'all. Let me put something on for y'all. I gotta take care of something real quick, and I'll get right back to it. Let me put on the Woody real quick, and I'll be back.
I probably did. I would Detective Thorpe, his brain was the size of a squirrel brain. So you could just tell him anything, he gonna go for it.
Your Honor, at this time, the state's going to ask permission to treat Mr. Copeland as a hostile witness under pursuant to 24-611, Your Honor. Granted. Thank you.
What that mean?
Don't worry about it. That's just for her to understand how she can ask the questions. You just continue to answer them truthfully.
Isn't it true that in this January 11, 2015 interview, that you told Detective Thorpe that at Club Crucial on that Monday before Donovan Thomas was killed, that Kel punched you in the back of your head?
I don't recall what I told the detective.
And is it all? I'm sorry. I'll cut you off.
I don't recall what I told him specifically, however you pronounce it.
Okay. And is it also true that after Kel punched you in the back of the head, then other people came and began jumping on you as well?
They time gonna come.
That's not the question I asked you. Is it true that you told Detective Thorpe during this January 11, 2000 interview that after Kel punched you in your head, that other individuals also began to jump on you as well?
I don't recall what I done told the police. Y'all gonna charge me for what I did? I don't did the time for the crimes y'all caught me for.
Okay. Would you mind your language while we're sitting here in court?
I'm trying to. Y'all need to give me a break because my blood pressure is real high. I keep telling y'all, leave me alone.
Okay. And the quicker we get through this, the quicker we can leave you alone. Do you understand?
Okay, I don't recall.
Okay. Going back to January 11th, 2015.
I don't recall.
Can I finish the question?
They didn't listen to the question.
And they keep bringing up Thug name. So what I did was, to get him off of me, I said, Thug did this, Thug did that, Thug did, because I knew they would never, I knew he didn't do it. And in my mind, I knew that the police would never go mess with him. So it was easy for me to try to throw the blame off on him to get them off of me. And that's what I was.
All right. That was a interruption. All right. So a lot of people, like I said, Doug, goofy type of dude for one. That's why she never wanted Doug out there with her or anything, because in American politics, a lot of dudes just know females like Kamala. And when you see her marrying a dude like Doug, you already kind of know what she on a little bit. Look, I'm just going to keep it real, man. I'm going to keep it real how some black men ain't going to say this, but I'm just going to say it. So, I mean, because women like that sometimes you see they get down. Some of them got an issue with brothers. Some of them, I ain't say all, but some of them got an issue with brothers. And so you kind of looking sideways at that female. Then you look at her record, what she's done to black men, right? And then you look at her record, even the other black people, like even you like Matrice Richardson and even other black mothers that she put in. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just interesting. You say, oh, well, she was fooling with Willie Brown. She didn't marry Willie Brown. And that was a come up for her. Okay, that's number one, Democrats. Number two, she could have been okay with Doug, goofy as he is, But she had to get a black. If she would have got a black man, I'm talking about a real black man. I'm not talking about this buck broken Van Jones black man, this Bakari Sellers black man. No, I'm talking about a real alpha male black man that black people can respect. He got a nice family, wife, some children. And then he could have been the dude that you could have leaned on, and shored up your black male support. But you didn't have any of that. You go get another goofy, Tim Walz, a straight goofy dude, weirdo. That's who you go pick. You notice she surrounded herself with a bunch of weirdos. I mean, let's call that what it is. It's just a bunch of weirdos. And when we look at her like, you ain't got no black people around you in your personal life? None? Your sister got a brother, but you ain't got no black people, not even no bunch of black friends around you, like somebody that can just kind of vouch for you, like keep you on the, something. No. That's another issue with her that people don't want to discuss. But legacy media don't discuss that, but I will discuss it here. I was keeping it 100. She was just game goofy in a lot of ways. Charlamagne told her, hey, God is good. She couldn't even finish the sentence. Just game goofy. Straight up. From the VP pick, the thing is, you can't hide Doug forever. I mean, you're going to have to see him. And then your husband, just like I said, weirdo, kissing the first lady in the mouth. Like, y'all some weirdos. Like, who does that? Nobody in there, right? I mean, like I said, y'all just got just straight weirdos, man. But nobody want to tell y'all that. Well, we'll tell it to you. I don't mind being the bad guy. That's fine. I'm the type of person I can be by myself and love it. Trust me. I learned that as a child. Yeah. And then on top of that, her not having children is a problem. Because when a woman's a mother, it's certain love and empathy and sympathy she can have with others. That woman couldn't talk to other mothers. Couldn't say, hey, I can relate because I remember my child, had colic, or my child, oh man, I remember I couldn't sleep. Oh yeah, I remember when I went through postpartum. Oh yeah, I remember the first day of school. Oh yeah, daycare costs. She cannot relate to other women. But so the only thing that she was promoting to women, like the most thing she's promoting is, hey, abortion. That's the only thing that she can promote. She cannot relate to no mother in this country. And then when people pointed out, oh, that's wrong. No, that's right. If you look at most presidents that's been in this country, they've never even been single men. Most people do not even want to talk to you in politics unless you are married. You're married and you have a family. Because why? It shows stability. And if you look at the scriptures, especially with the scriptures teach about men, is that you won't even obtain certain favor from God unless you have a wife, right? That's on the men's side, okay? So that's another portion of the campaign y'all wasn't looking at, hence to why she was not a good pick. Keisha Lance Bottoms, let's say if you'd picked her, she has a husband. She has children. So the look of her would have been fine. She was the mayor of Atlanta. So she at least got to run a major city. Kamala has never ran a major city to show at least some form of how she can run a city. And then with Keisha Lance Bottoms, people wanting her to run again. And according to what the poll says, she would have easily won. I don't know why she bowed out, but she could have easily won. Another term as the mayor of Atlanta. You got to look at that kind of stuff if you're going to pick a vice president. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody messed up picking that woman. But now, let's get to, yeah, you're right, Black Butterfly. That's why Tim Scott was rushing to get a family, because he would never see any kind of presidency or vice presidency, if he ever tried, without having a wife. And now Tim Scott, he think he gonna get up there with a white woman. That's not gonna happen either. Even with the conservatives, that's not gonna happen. He better go get him a conservative black woman. They got plenty of conservative black women out here. He can even maybe get away with an Indian woman, he can get away with it with a dark skin, not a white skin one, a dark skin Hispanic. He can even get away with it with an Asian, but not with a white woman. No. All right, so let's go on and get back to this. Now, this next clip here, Biden is at him and Kamala. They publicly for the first time since the election. Now I want y'all to watch this body language, and I want you to see, is this joy and vibes? Let's go ahead and check this out.
Left turn.
All right, let me back up. Now that body language that we were looking at here, right? Any other time you see them, they laughing, they talking or whatever, right? Kamala is so stone-faced. I've never seen Kamala look that stone-faced about anything. I know it's weird for her right now to be in that White House with him and look, I'll get to the next clip here in a minute, but look at this again. She's not even looking at it. Man, Kamala, is that bad?
Left turn.
Look, she's not even looking at him. She's not even looking at him. Like, is it shame? I don't know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now, this clip I want to see. That's Game Goofy Doug. But this is Jill Biden to the right. Kamala, look at Kamala's face, man. Kamala is not having a good day, y'all. Because it's like awkward. You never had them jobs like, man, I don't want to be here. Man, I don't want to be here. Look at Kamala's face. Jill's not even looking at her. And look, she's not even looking at her, bro. Like, she's sitting there like a mannequin, not saying two words. Kamala looking like she is just going through it right now. Poor Kamala. Now, I'm not an evil person. I don't want to see her go through it like that. But man, Kamala, them folks are putting you through it. Now, it reminds me what Trump said. He really doesn't like her. You remember when Trump said that about Biden? He really doesn't like her, and now you kind of seeing it. Look at that. Look at that. Boy, I tell you. Now, I'm going to get to that last clip in a minute because that's going to sum it up. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Kamala is not having a good time. I'm pretty sure Kamala's avoiding everybody she could right about now because, it's like, but then check this out. Your girl, can I find that picture? Hold on. Let me find Jill Biden picture. Hold on. Y'all got to see this. Just popped in my head. Hold on. Let me show you how cold Jill Biden is. Man, can I make that bigger? Come on, man. Where is it at? Come on. So your girl, Jill Biden, let me tell you what she did. Let me show y'all better than I can tell you. Your girl, Jill Biden, on election day, she wore all red. Did Jill Biden go in there and vote for Trump? Did she go in there and vote for Trump? Why did she wear all red on election day? I want that Biden went in there and vote for Trump. I'm curious. Man, because listen, she's been hot with Kamala ever since that Biden was thrown out. Man, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, I think look, I could be wrong, but did she go in there and vote for Trump? Why does she wear red, all red? You never see that lady wearing all red like that. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? These people, boy, these people are funny. Oh, man, these people are funny. Y'all too old to be being that petty, but I get it. Because my wife would have been doing worse than that if they'd have done me wrong like that. Oh, she'd have been doing worse. Trust me, she'd have been doing worse. Well, yeah, y'all, Jill Biden, like, man, okay, you messing over my husband, huh? And you imagine the conversations they had at home? Think about that. You the one brought her into your administration, and this is the thanks you get? She was a loser. I didn't like her anyway, but she was a freaking loser. And I bet you Jill Biden was talking about y'all boule black people too. Oh, and I bet you Biden was cussing y'all out too. Oh, I know. Listen, I don't care what y'all say. I'm pretty sure there was some N-words flying in that Biden household at you boule members. It's safe to say I believe that was kind of, because you got to think about Biden's homeboy was Robert Byrd, former Klan member, understand? And usually birds of a feather flock together, right? I'm not saying I got evidence of that, but I know these folks enough when you really piss them off and they somewhere where they think that we not going to hear it and they get mad, there's some N-words going to be flying somewhere, right? And I bet you they was calling at y'all black boule members all kind of N-words, right? I know they was. And they were calling Kamala one too, because they'll find any little speck of black in somebody and call them the N-word. Listen, that's just my opinion. It's my opinion, but I believe it. He said cussing and licking ice cream. Yeah. Oh yeah. Y'all know. Yeah, the hard R. Oh, you listen. Y'all know that especially the way Jill Biden is acting. Oh, you know she was saying it. Biden was saying it, and I told you. See what happens? They get all uppity, because that's when they mad. They gonna call us uppity. You see, you should have kept her in her place. She was nothing but just some wench for Willie Brown in California. But I told you not to bring that woman up here. See what kind of trouble? Oh boy. Jill, like I said, Jill wouldn't even look at that chick. Jill, like, she ain't even in existence. And Kamala knew it. Because, you know, when you got that kind of tension with somebody, it's not what you say. You just feel the vibe coming from them. And Kamala just sitting there like, and then Doug, being a goofy dude, he should have got up and said, hey, come sit over here. Because let's just sit here. But that's why I say he's a goofy. He knows what the tension is, but yet he don't step in the middle of it and say, hey, just be right here. And let her just even get out the limelight, the sight. That's what husbands supposed to do, right? But anyway, now, let's get to this last part right here, ladies and gentlemen. The best part, right? Let's get to the best part. Let's cue this up. Last clip coming from MSNBC, ladies and gentlemen. You say Sadiddy? Yeah. Yeah, Sadiddy. I ain't heard that word in a while. Sadiddy. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Kamala was uppity, Sadiddy, and anything else. But little Miss Princess walked into that. If little Miss Princess was loyal, she wouldn't have did that. She said, nah, I'll run in 2028. I'm not going to do that. Then she'd have been cool. She'd have seemed honorable. But if you sleep with another woman's husband, what else would you won't do, right? Because you used to being dirty and underhanded. You're used to that. That's your get down, right? So why would she have some integrity and character? I don't care. That's her history, and it's public. It's not nothing I'm lying about. All right, let's get to the last thing. All right, MSNBC, listen to this.
Well, I don't quite buy it because President Trump got exactly the same number of votes that he got in 2020. So there wasn't a growing of the number of people who voted for him. What Democrats have to look at is why is it that 10 million of our voters stayed home? Why they didn't? Where were they? What happened? And that is a failure on our part, perhaps partly messaging, but also just in the tactical strategy of turnout, of voter identification, and getting people out to vote. So this wholesale, well, he grew all of these people and all of these new voters. What new voters? He got the same number he got the last time. And so we got work to do on what happened to our tactics, what happened to our strategy, what happened to... What happened to identifying voters where they are, what happened to the people who voted for us the last time, who just sat it out this time? That's the work that has to be done.
I think. Did y'all hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? That I had to kill a hand clap to a lot of people. So she said that a lot of y'all sat it out. They admitting it. That a lot of the couch. Didn't we talk about the couch? Didn't I tell y'all the couch was going to win in this election too? The couch. 10 million people that normally vote for Democrats sat on the couch. Some voted for Trump, but sat on the couch. And Democrats, what you need to see, the problem is you talking about the people that sat on the couch. You talking about people that voted for Trump. You're talking about black men, Latinos. You couldn't get this voter, that voter. You blaming everybody but yourself. Democrats. Your party is broken into 1,000 pieces right now. 1,000 pieces your party is broken into. And you still won't accept nobody like what you're selling. That's like me blaming everything on my audience when I'm seeing, like, if they're not liking certain content and I just keep producing the content they don't like. Then I want to get mad if they don't want to watch anymore. But I'm keep producing the same content they don't like. Nobody does that. If you notice your people not liking something, you stop it and do the things that they do like. Same thing in political parties. If it's certain policies that your people not liking, you stop that and you do an about face and you go to policies that people do like. And y'all don't want to do that. You want to blame everybody else but yourselves. The Democrat Party will literally have to restructure their whole party and start over. And maybe they're too far gone to do that. Maybe. And that's fine. It don't bother me none if they fix their party or not. I mean, now, all this money that Kamala Harris was giving out, they talking about the podcasters and influencers. I didn't get a dime. Nobody told me nothing about no money. I didn't get everybody, because everybody's sweating up and down. Trump was paying me. I'm like, hey, Trump didn't pay me anything. Kamala didn't give me a dime. Now, I heard, Shade Room was getting a lot of money. Sean Cotton from Say Cheese admitted that he got paid money to run Kamala stuff and all of that. So that's the thing. Who is advising you to give money to the Shade Room? Those people that watch the Shade Room not going to go vote. It's going to be, if they do, it's a low number. People that watch Say Cheese and watching Charleston White on there is not going to be your active voters. That was a waste of money. I wouldn't do that. I mean, no, I would want to go to the places where I see the engagement with the people that's on political content if I'm going to do anything with podcasters or whatever. I'm not going to go give it to no entertainment section. People don't care about that mess. They want to hear entertainment. You say somebody cut me a check, man, look. Hey. And y'all be some of them people like, yeah, the Republicans did cut me one. I'm like, okay, if they did, they did. But nobody's cut me a check since I've been doing this. But I tell people, I've been completely supported by the people, who watch through our platforms and our app. That's the only support I get. I do not get nobody coming up to me saying, here's $100,000, here's $1 million, here's a this, here's a that. I never had that. Not at all. So I'm not tied to nothing. That's why I can say what I say about whatever I want to say it about, because I'm not beholden to nobody. I'm a completely, like they say, free agent. There you go. I'm a free agent. I'm independent. I'm not tied down. Yeah. You say some people were promised money and didn't get it. Yeah. See people like that, and Kamala and them. You'd have to cut me my check up front. I don't do nothing when my pay up front. Oh no. You got to pay me. Well, we get you After 30 days, nope. You either pay me up front, and it can trust me, I'll make sure your stuff is done. It could be done that day, but you're going to pay me. You're not going to tell me, well, we'll get you in net 30. You know, I don't like net 30 deals. Unless it's the United States government, then I know I'll get paid. But if it's not the United States government, no, I need mine up front. Now, if you tell me I give you the money, I need you to do the content within 48 hours, fine. I'll make sure it's done. But nope. So anybody want to come over here talking about a net 30 deal? I had somebody try to do that one time. Well, we don't do that. We do net 30. You're like, well, I ain't doing it because I don't know you, man. I don't know you. I ain't met you. If you're not the U.S. government, then I'm not doing that kind of deal with you. Sorry. I need mine up front. I don't trust you. Because what about all them vendors right now? They probably, Kamala said that too. They campaign, we'll pay you in 30 days. And then now they worry about they're not going to get paid. You see, you get your money up front, you ain't had that problem. You say, isn't the campaign? It's negative 20 million in the hole. Yes, to a negative 20 million in the hole. Yeah. But they say all the ads they was paying for and all that. See, the biggest problem with the Democrats is the Democrats always, they thought they was going to go around black Americans and forsake us, continue to forsake black Americans. And they thought that they was going to lean on Latinos. They thought they was going to lean on Asians. They thought the immigrants, the feminist white women that want abortions, they thought they could build a coalition with that and forsake black America, right? Maybe the black boule, but we talking about the rank and file black America. They thought that I can forsake black America and continue to say F black America. We're going to continue benign neglect. We're not doing nothing for them. We're going to do for the migrants. We're going to do for this Asians. We're going to do for everybody else. F them. And black America said the same thing on election day. F you too. I'm sitting it out. F you too. I'm going to vote for Trump or Jill Stein or Cornel West. I'm not voting for y'all. That's what you Democrats get, because the Democrats, you took care of black people. All you had to do was one thing for black people, and Kamala Harris be the president-elect. All you had to do was one thing. If you would have did an anti-black hate crime bill, Kamala Harris would have been the president-elect. In California, if Kamala would have been behind that and said, hey, Gavin Newsom, put that reparations department together so they can start calculating this by reparations. And if he ought to have done that, Kamala Harris would be the president-elect right now. Because black people would have been motivated to come out and go vote. And all she had to do once she made sure that was done and say, hey, I'm going to do that on the federal level. Give me a Democrat Senate, give me a Democrat House, and I want that bill on my table. We going to do it. And I promise you, the Democrats would have had the House, the Senate, and the presidency. But this is what you get for forsaking black America. That's what you get. You get a Republican House, a Republican Senate, and a Republican president. Y'all will do everything you can to harm black people. So suffer the consequences. Suffer. Good luck going holler at all the Latinos and Asians and immigrants and everybody else. Good luck. And look, I know some of the shills, they hurt. They saying they're not going to fight for this. They're not going to fight for that. Well, whoever, I don't care what it took for them to get to that point. Welcome to the club, people. Welcome. Now you want to come. Now you don't want to do nothing for nobody else for black people. If this what it took, great. I'm glad. And I see people, who with their Starbucks cups now on TikTok and all they hot with them. Oh, you didn't care, no way. And this is not a way to take a loss of an election and all that. And I'm like, to you other groups, if they finally going back to Starbucks, leave them alone. You don't need black people. You people that's out here talking about Palestine, go march in the street and go do what you got to do. Leave them black people alone. They have every right to say they're not going to fight for nobody but black people. I've been on that anyway. If we take our energy and apply it to our community, we'll get somewhere. We got too many issues in the black community that we don't have time to be addressing other people's issues and problems. Because when you go address these issues and problems with other people, they don't even appreciate it. They don't appreciate you. And a lot of these other groups have anti-black racism. So why in the world are you going to go and deal with other people's issues and problems when we got plenty of problems of our own in the black community? No. So if this what it took for Harris to lose and for y'all to start wanting to only do for black people, cool. I'm glad it happened because it needed to happen. Stop trying to set up there and shame black people because they're saying it's not my problem. I'm going back to McDonald's and whatever. Go to McDonald's. Go to Starbucks. Starbucks ain't done nothing to black people. Then they try to say, what about the time they called the police on the black guy? Like, you know how many businesses have called police on black people? Like, if that's the case, we wouldn't even go put gas in our car. If that's the case. But Starbucks hasn't led no genocide and like that against any black people. None. So what they got to do with us? That's y'all problem. We came out there for George Floyd. Did we ask you? We didn't ask you. Every time we come out to fight for something, we don't beg y'all to come out. Y'all come out on your own. And every time y'all come out, these other groups, y'all be doing a bunch of nefarious things that we not even telling y'all to do, and then we get blamed for the junk. We get blamed for it as black Americans. We on the front lines, we doing everything we doing, and here you come. When George Floyd happened, we didn't beg nobody to come out of their house. There was a FBA thing. But all y'all came out anyway, in the middle of things, and ruining things as usual. All them Antifa people, that wasn't black Americans doing that mess. There's a bunch of them liberals committing crimes, and then they want to put it on us. So all you Democrat shills, you know, listen, you need to adopt the mantra, not my people, not my problem. That's what you tell them. When they come to your TikTok, when you drinking your Starbucks and mad at you, just respond, it's not my people, it's not my problem. That's not right. I don't care what you say. I'm fighting for black people. We got a lot of black issues that we need to solve right here in America, or if not in America, I can go help black people in the Caribbean. I can go help black people in the African continent. I can go help black people in Latin America. It's a lot. If I want to go do something throughout the world, I'll just go help black people. That's who I'm going to go help. You understand what I'm saying? They got black people in the Congo that's suffering. I can go over there and make sure to try to see if they good. If I'm going to do something outside of my community in America. I'm not going to I'm not getting involved with, no, I'm not doing nothing. Yeah, the shields, they hurt. I saw one of the main shields talking about he going to therapy after this election because he said he scheduled 10 sessions of therapy, but because of this election, I'm like, bro, if you that tied to an election, something to it with you, bro. Something to it. Oh, but you know, I knew it wasn't healthy, all that crashing out they was doing and all that cussing and talking nasty to people. I knew that wasn't normal and healthy. Y'all had some weird attachment to this lady. I don't know if y'all took on the mamala thing from her and y'all thought she was y'all mammy or something. I don't know. But that's just not normal, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, y'all really do need to go get some therapy. Come on back, you know, normal like the rest of us, and let's apply all that energy that you have for the Democrats. Let's apply that to the black community. Yeah, you said they're shaving their heads. I mean, you can shave your head. I mean, that's your hair, your choice. Some of them talking about, I'm not having sex with men anymore. Okay, your body, your choice. I promise you, you saying you're not having sex with a man or marrying a man or having kids is not going to stop men from having sex with women. I'm going to tell you this much. One group of women that's always going to have sex with somebody is the 304s. All you're going to do is make the 304s more money. As long as 304s exist, whether they on the stroll or they in a nightclub somewhere, they are they're unsanctioned 304. As long as those exist, you're not stopping the thing. And also, women all through America not going to do that because y'all loony. Like, come on. That's one thing you're not going to stop. Because America put lust in your face 24/7. The thing, if we want to stop anything, like I say, shut down them websites like OnlyFans and all that. I hate to see men giving up their money in the millions like that for some sort of fantasy. Y'all, Lord, y'all, I couldn't be Trump, because that'd be the first website I shut down. Is that one. Get out the house and go talk to some real women. Shoot. Get up off that computer, bruh. Well, first say, hold on. Let me read this. Say, you failing to see the suppression is connected Western colonialism in Israel, keeping countries in Africa down, Palestine, black communities. How can you not see the connection? I don't care about a connection. All I care about is my community. The only connection I'm gonna make is with my community. I don't care about any of that, because when these people, when Africans are suffering, when Caribbeans are suffering, when FBAs are suffering, when Black Latinos are suffering, nobody cares. Nobody cares when none of us suffer globally. Trust me, I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it. Nobody cares. When black people are in war-torn areas, nobody care. They don't even say a word. African nations don't even have they don't even have a security council. They're not even on the Security Council. They're racist in the UN. And African nations say, hey, why can't we don't have no position on the UN Security Council? Man, all these people are still racist toward black folks globally. So please, like I said, you do what you want to do. I'm going to focus on my community here, and I'm going to focus on black people globally. That's it. That's all I got time for. Now, you can go be bleeding heart and not do what you want to do. But when it comes to me, I'm going to encourage my people to only deal with our community, just like other groups. They don't care about the black people. They don't care, like I said last night. If Trump was targeting us, other groups wouldn't care. They wouldn't care. If Trump was targeting us to put us in jail or whatever, go on our jobs and arresting black men, them immigrant men would go on them jobs the next day. They wouldn't cry about black children losing their fathers, being separated from them, and CNN wouldn't be showing black families crying. They wouldn't care. Man, please. I know this country. I know this country. I know this world. This world do not like black folk. Period. And I'm cool with that. I understand. I'm fine with it. Anything that I need, I'm going to focus on this within my own community. That's it. Now, do you have allies outside your community? Sure. Individuals, not groups, individuals. And if those individuals show themselves as an ally, we will ally with that individual, treat that individual great, right? We don't have no problems with no group of people, not at all. But when it comes to our collective energy, we got to keep it on. We got to keep it here, because we have cast our pearls before swine for too long. And that's been our problem. We didn't follow the word. The words say, do not cast your pearls before swine. And Black America has cast their pearls toward every group, and y'all trampled it under feet. So now we getting our pearls back and keeping them pearls in the community where they belong. Okay. And that's just it. Period. Well, thank y'all for joining us tonight on the stream. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. It's free. All what I'm telling you is free, ladies and gentlemen. You ain't got to pay for none of it, right? But make sure you download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. Click the once you download it, hit create account, and then you can get a monthly, quarterly, or yearly subscription. That subscription helps, number one, support the show, right? We're trying to get 10,000 members over there, right? And that's the best way you can do anything for us with the show, is to just get the app, support us on the app. That's it. You know, we don't need to do a big GoFundMe or nothing. No, we just get everybody on the app. We good. That's it. That's all the support we need. But thank y'all for listening, and catch us tonight at 10 p.m. Central Standard